Hi friends! So, um, as you can tell, I was pretty hyped for this episode. I thought it was going to be the last one of the saga. Apparently not. So, we will probably get one more episode. Probably not two. Which will make this a 13 episode, I believe, season. So my thoughts on this episode is thought it was kind of boring, to be honest. I couldn't get as emotionally invested in it as I could previous episodes. I'm sure you guys could tell from my past vlogs that I sometimes get pretty emotionally invested, and this one, the whole time I was just kind of like, huh. It's kind of hard to explain, but I did notice that the animation on the hair looked pretty nice in this episode, so there's that. But yeah, I think it was because the pacing didn't feel quite right. I thought it was going a little too fast for a fight. It was just like, oh, well, we're gonna blast Mistress 9, and oh, she is merging with Master Pharaoh 90, while everyone attack it, and then it was like, oh no, that attack didn't work, he's gaining power from that. And then everyone just suddenly loses energy, and then Sailor Moon decides that she's gonna go in herself, and then Sailor Saturn comes out, and it was just like one thing after another, way too much at once. I think if they had slowed it down, it would have been a lot better. But that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else felt that way, but I definitely felt like it was a little too quick, and just I felt like the performances of the voice actresses weren't really that strong in this episode either. Like, I don't know. In the final fight in the 90s version of the S saga, I guess you could call it, they just had a lot more, like, kind of fear and desperation behind their voices, whereas in this one it's like, oh well, he started covering the planet. Oh no, is this the end for us? And it's like, you do realize he's going to start destroying, like, all the buildings you're familiar with and your families and stuff. Can you please, like, act a little more concerned? So, yeah, that was a little weird. I don't know. It's really hard to voice it, but there was just something off about this episode that I just didn't feel like it was as epic as it was trying to come off as. Like, it starts out with this, like, riff guitar kind of thing in the music, and I was like, okay, that's a weird way to start off an episode. Usually that comes in like the middle, but whatever. And then, like, when Sailor Moon plunges into Master Pharaoh 90's body, it's playing this really sad music while we go to all of the reactions of all the different Senshi and Tuxedo Mask. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm sorry, I don't feel sad. And I know that you're trying to make me feel sad with this sad music, but that's just making it seem even more corny to me. So, yeah, sorry, but I just didn't enjoy this one. If this episode had the same emotional weight as like 2 episodes ago, I would have liked it more, but as it stands right now, eh, at least the reveal of Sailor Saturn was kind of cool. She just came out and she's like, yeah, so this is why I'm here, even though my body's kind of dead. But, my soul was still in this alien body thing here. Um, so I guess like Hotaru's soul was the one that passed on, and Sailor Saturn's was the one that remained in the body. So it's complicated. But yes, so that was definitely an interesting reveal. But I'm excited to see more of her in the next episode. I'm really hoping that the next episode will have a really emotional scene like the one from the 90s version, but if not, then that would be pretty disappointing as a finale. I'm really glad this episode was not the finale because I was just bored the whole time. And I don't know if it's because I spent the day watching another anime series. I was marathoning Ranma One Half with my friend Sean, and so I guess I was just kind of used to this certain style that studio was doing in that anime, and then, you know, recent Toei productions have kind of been a little watered down. Like, those of you who watch Dragon Ball Super probably know what I'm talking about. It's not as quality as you would expect. But even the recent Pretty Cure stuff has kind of, I don't know. My favorite was Smile. So, yeah. Anyway, um, I really don't have that much to say in this vlog. I mean, I didn't even take notes for this episode because I was like, there's nothing really that interesting going on for me to note, so why bother? I'm just going to talk about it in general and my feelings overall. So, you know, maybe in the next episode we will get a little more weight to the situation, because I just didn't feel like there was much as far as stakes in this battle, and I know that there are, but like it just wasn't conveyed well in this episode, so it kind of fell flat for me. But anyway, so that's enough negativity for me. I'm sorry if I disappointed you guys because you wanted to hear me nerd out in a positive way like I normally do. With each episode I say a bunch of positive stuff and then I have like one or two negatives, but this one it was just like, I mean, I didn't hate it. It was just meh compared to other episodes in the season that I've thought were better. Like, there was one where Chibiusa's character really got a lot of development in her relationship with Hotaru. And then there was that episode that I got really emotional about and talked about, like, the symbolic significance of Sailor Moon as a series. That was a good episode because it drew those emotions out of me, and I'm sure it made other fans emotional too. And, this episode, I guess, has just been like overshadowed by other better episodes, so, there's not much more I can say about it. So, yeah. Until next time. Bye.